United States, the minimum requirement for a teacher to teach is the bachelor's degree. So make sure you have that bachelor's degree, and that bachelor's degree must be. Hello, 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 hello. Lovely people. You're welcome once again to another series from Ghana to the US. This is episode 2, and episode 2 is going to talk about step by step process that an international teacher will pass through before becoming successful and then being granted an offer to come to the United States to teach. All right, grab your pens, grab your bows. Let's zoom in direct into the whole process. Now, the first thing that you should have or you should do is to earn a teaching qualification. What do I mean by teaching qualification? When I talk about earning a teaching qualification, I'm talking about having a bachelor's degree. That is the minimum requirement that the United States requires for you to. In some countries, you can use diplomas to start teaching, but in the United States, the minimum requirement for a teacher to teach is the bachelor's degree. So make sure you have that bachelor's degree, and that bachelor's degree must be educationally related. You can have a bachelor degree which is not in education. Formerly, when things were not so intense, other teachers were able to sail through with certificates that were not, let me say, educationally related. But now it's becoming very intense because a lot of applications are going on, especially when you want to apply as a J1 teacher. Sometimes, if you want to apply as an H1B teacher, and even if you are not educationally related, that one is cool. But H1B is becoming very intense these days, and people are more focused on the J1. So your education or your certificate must be education related. And note, you should be a qualified teacher from your home country before you apply, because teaching experience, which is the second thing I'm going to talk about, is needed. You should have a teaching experience of at least 2 years, meaning you should have taught for 2 years and above. If you have more experience, it goes to your advantage. But at least if you've taught for 1 year, it means you will still need another year in addition to your year before you start application. Now, after earning your teaching qualification and then getting the required experience, you should prepare your documents. There are a lot of documents that you need to put them together, and these documents are going to be explained in my next episode, episode 3, which is very, very important. So you should have your documents ready, get them prepared, and then you zoom in. You need to apply through agencies, especially if you are applying for G1. You need to apply through agencies. There are a lot of agencies that I'm going to leave them below the links, or when you chat us, you'll find them inside the links over there. You have the EPI, we have the FACES, we have the TPG, we have the IAG. Some of these agencies don't even charge a penny. All you got to do is to pass your interview, and then you use your own money to process whatever thing you want to do, and then you come. But some of the agencies do charge. After gaining the offer, or after getting the offer, there will be some small money you need to pay for them to grant you the opportunity to be able to. Because when you pay those monies, it's like you are being given a job offer letter to be able to process for your visa, and then you move on. So after applying through the agencies, the next thing that you're gonna do is to prepare yourself for interviews. Remember, agencies will conduct initial interviews. They want to deem you fit. They want to know. You said you've taught for 5 years. It means you're a teacher of 5 years experience. So the agencies want to find out first before they present you, because the moment they present you, you are in their shoes. It's like they have already talked to you, spoken to you, and they deem you fit. So whatever you go to do over there, it has an effect on the agency as well. So sometimes some of these agencies will conduct initial interviews. Some do once, some do 2 times. And when they deem you fit, you are being selected and you're being put on a platform, they will prepare you. Some agencies will prepare you massively because they want you to win. It's a win-win situation. So after the agencies have shortlisted and then prepared you, then they look for schools for you, schools that have vacancy in your subject area. And then when they get a school, Then you do what we term as the principal interview. Principal interview sometimes can be done with the school principals themselves, or it can be done by the district schools. So the district administrators can conduct the interview for them, or the school administrators can also do that themselves. So after interviews have been done, if by God's grace you are successful, then you're gonna receive your job offer. Your job offer is given to you, all what is expected of you, the various documents. Your agency will make sure you get all of them. The next thing to do is to apply for your visa. So whatever country you find yourself, your embassy, you do your application, the online application, DS-160 and everything. So when you apply, you need to book a date and then you go for your interview. When you are successful with the interview, which I know you'll be successful because interviews of this nature are not that intense. You just need to be of yourself, and there you go. When you are successful with the interview, that means you are relocating direct to the United States. So the next step is to relocate to the United States. And what again? You go to the classroom to teach. You begin teaching. That is it. That is it. It is as simple as that. So basically, these are the various steps you're going to run through. So in episode 3, I'm going to be highlighting one of the most important things, preparation of documents. What documents will you need? How should we prepare them? Some people even use phones to scan their documents. Yes, some phones are having very good scanners. But are they scanning it very well? Are they naming the documents? That is what we're going to do in episode 3. Catch you very soon. Big ciao.